equivalency, if we look at the root word, we've got equiv or equal. Okay, so that's the same as equal fractions. Let's take a look at A. Let's look at our first bar. Okay, we're only looking at this top fraction bar. We look at the top bar and start here at 0 and here at 1, that is 1 whole. That fraction bar is cut into how many equal pieces? 1, 2. So this is 1 out of 2 equal pieces, and this is 1 out of 2 equal pieces. So we have 1/2. How many pieces are shaded? 1/2. So let's go ahead and write this on the left-hand side of the equal sign. Now looking at our second, our bottom fraction bar, again, starts at 0, and we have 1 whole. That one is cut into how many equal pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4 equal pieces. So this piece is 1 out of 4. This is 1 out of 4. 1 out of 4. 1 out of 4, or you could say 1/4. I'm sorry, it's being blurry. Sorry about that. So now we're going to shade the exact number of pieces that it takes to equal this 1/2. So if you'll shade with me, you can just lightly shade over. We have shaded 1/4 and 1/4. These are also unit fractions. When you have 1 on top, 1 is your numerator, that is a unit fraction. You have 1/4 and 1/4 equals 2/4. It is really getting blurry, isn't it? I am so sorry. There. So like I was saying, you've got 1/4 and 1/4 equals 2/4. So 1/2 equals 2/4. Looking at our next one, B, again we have 1 whole, starting at 0, ending at 1, that's our 1 whole. We have it also cut into 2 equal pieces, 1/2, 1/2. How many are shaded? 1/2. We now have our bottom fraction bar. Again, 0 and 1 whole. Let's count how many equal pieces it is cut into. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equal pieces. So that is our denominator. If this is 1 piece, it is 1/6, 1/6, 1/6, 1/6, 1/6, and 1/6. Let's shade exactly how many equal pieces it would take to equal 1/2. And we're going to start shading here and stop where the top one is, right there. Again, these are unit fractions. Why? Because it is 1 piece out of the equal pieces. When you think about the word unit, think about the little unit blocks that you use during place value. 1 unit was 1 little cube. So this is 1 piece of the whole. So we have 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6 is equal to 3/6. Or you can also ask yourself, how many sixths are shaded? 1, 2, 3 6. So you're already adding fractions and you didn't even know. Let's go ahead and take a look at F. I believe you can do C, D, and E on your own. You're going to do it the same way we did those. But let's look at F. It's the same thing, but these are circle fractions. Okay? Let's take a look at F. Again, we have one whole. Think of it as pizza. We have one whole pizza. It is cut into how many equal pieces? 2. So this one piece is shaded, so that is 1/2. The next piece is not shaded, that is the other half. Again, this is a unit fraction. 1/2 plus 1/2 is 1 whole. The key here, when you shade in circles, you have to shade and start at the same spot. So if you're going to start at the same spot here, you have to start here. Okay? First, let's take a look at our 1 whole. How many equal pieces is it cut into? Fourths. So we have 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, and 1/4. If I'm going to start shading here and stop on the left, I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Take that piece, shade it in. How many fourths are shaded? 2/4. So let's write our equivalent fractions. We have 1/2 is equivalent to 2/4. Okay. So for instance, on G, you would shade in this half. Always shade in the same side or the same part that your first fraction is shaded. Okay. And that is page 1. Teachers, if you want to do all of A through H, that's why they are in letters. Those are models for the students. Then on the next page, fraction equivalency, or actually, let's go ahead and do just like we did here. 2 modeled. They can do 1 with the partner, 2 by themselves, 1 modeled, 1 with the partner, 1 by themselves. However you want to divide that up. Okay? Let's take a look at our next page, equivalent fractions. Now we're going to start seeing what we have to do when we don't have the other bar here below. So let's take a look. 1/2 is equivalent to, and we did on our other page, but we're not going to look at it. We're going to use this same bar, looking at our fractions. This is a mathematical way to figure out what number goes in our numerator. So looking at our denominators, 1/2 is equivalent to how many fourths? We don't know the numerator. So looking at 2, 4 is a multiple of 2. What do we have to do to 2 to get to 4? Is it 2 times 1, 2 times 2, 2 times 3? Well, let's see. Let's write our multiples. We've got 2 times 1 is 2. Nope. 2 times 2 is 4. Yes. So what do we do to 2 to get to 4? We multiply by 2. The rule here is whatever you do to the top, you must do to the bottom. Vice versa. Whatever you do to the bottom, I must do to the top. So if you will, write that on the top of your page. Whatever you do to the bottom, you must do to the top. And this is something that you're going to use all the way through 5th grade, middle school, and so on to get equivalent fractions. Something that I used to tell my kiddos is think of Kent Clark when he used to go